In this session, we are going to discuss about the concept of seed classes in Java. So seed classes concept is introduced from Java 15, and Java seed concept is can be applied on classes, normal classes, abstract classes, and interfaces also. Now the thing is that what is Java seed concept? Java seed classes and interfaces restrict that which classes and interface may extend or implement them. We know that by default in Java, the inheritance concept says that if a class is a, you can say, have some methods, okay, any class can inherit it, any class can inherit it. Okay, so by using the extend keyword or any interface, if you are using then implement keyword, it means anybody can, you can say, extend any class in Java. But if you want to make a restriction on that, like which classes or interface can implement it, in that case you can use the concept of sealed classes. For that, in that case, if you want to make this restriction in your main class, or you can say in your super class, you have to use a keyword that is called sealed. And using the keyword permits, you can tell that which classes are allowed to inherit it. Like for example, in my this syntax, I have made my subject class as a sealed class, and I'm permitting only English, science, and mathematics and physics classes to inherit. Okay, no other classes can inherit it. Now, before going to the next level, we have to understand what is the advantage. We will see everything with the help of a proper practical. That's why you can say that I have, you can say, designed few classes, normal classes, and then I will show you everything practically. First of all, understand what are the advantage. Advantage that first of all, it allows permissions to the subclasses that can extend the seed superclass. It means using your this concept, you are allowed to give the permission that which classes can inherit you, means which classes can be your child, right? This is the first thing. Another advantage that it makes superclass broadly accessible, means whenever you are making any seed class, it can be accessible broadly. Anybody can access it, but not broadly extensible. Means every subclass or every class cannot inherit or extend it, because you are making a restriction with the help of permit keyword. Third thing is that developer of a superclass gets control over the subclasses, because you are creating a superclass, you are using a sealed class, you are giving the permission which classes can inherit it. So actually developers is getting over the control on the subclasses also, because they can define methods in a more restricted way here. Now we will discuss about the, you can say, some constant, or you can say that there are some conditions which you have to fulfill to use the concept of sealed classes, and this is mandatory. Okay, so first thing is that all the permitted subclasses must belong to the same module or package as the sealed class. It means if you are making a sealed class, then sealed class can give the permission to become the child of its only those classes which are available in the same package where sealed class is available. First restriction. Second thing is that every permitted subclass must explicitly extend the sealed class. It means whenever sealed class is giving the permission to any subclass, every subclass mandatory extend the sealed class. You have to extend, right? Third thing is that it is mandatory. It means there is no choice. You have to extend, right? Third thing is that every permitted subclass must define a modifier. Must define a modifier. The modifier can be sealed, it can be final, or it can be non-sealed. Now we will see the practical that how these things are applied and how we can achieve the sealed classes concept. For that purpose, I have a class that is called subject class, that is a normal subject class. Then I have English class and the child class. So what I'm going to do, I will show you that how I can make this subject class as a, you can say, sealed class, and then I will give permission to this English and Hindi class to be subclasses. Just see that. So first thing is that what you have to do, you have to use the keyword sealed, sealed here. Okay, I've used the sealed keyword. Now you automatically see that when I'm using a sealed keyword, it is showing you some, you can say, error. An error is that whenever you are making any sealed class, you have to give the permission. You have to give the permission. It is mandatory. That's why you are making a sealed class. Okay. So for that purpose, after subjects, I have to write the keyword permits, permits. And after permits, I can give the name of the all classes, which can be the subclasses of this subject class. This is the main purpose of the sealed class. So I will use the name English. It means English class. Okay, I'm giving the permission to English class first. Let me give the permission to the English class only. Then I will show you. When I give the permission to the English class, then you will able to see there is an error. An error is that because subject class is working as a sealed class and giving the permission to the English class to be subclass. So in that case, English class need to be, you can say, they English class need to extend the subclass. So here you can say it is giving the same option. If I click on that, actually you will see that this class English will actually follow the syntax of, you can say, inheritance. Let me click on that. You will automatically see that when I choose this option, so you can say that it has already written a syntax English extend subject. So and you can say this is the first constraint, like all the permitted subclass must belong to the same package. And second thing is that every permitted class subclass must explicitly extend the seed class. Second point, you can say that we have achieved. First point I have already achieved because I am using all the classes. You can say subject class and the English and Hindi. All these classes are in the same package org main. So that's why first condition is fulfilled. Second condition I fulfilled, like every permitted class must explicitly extend the seal class. So you can say that I've used my English class as a permit class, so that need to be extended. Now the question is that why it is giving the error here. So another thing is that I told you, third point is that every permitted subclass must define a modifier, final, sealed or non-sealed. Okay, so here I want to tell you, if I will go with the sealed class, then there is no advantage. Reason is that if we are making a sealed class, then we have created a child class. And again, if the child class will become as a sealed class, then you have to use the same rule to make a further level of subclasses. So you can say technically, if you want to go to the multi-level inheritance, then you can use this concept. Otherwise, you can go with the final or non-sealed here. Now let me go here and show you. If I put the cursor here, it is saying that you can say you have to choose one of the options. Change English to final, non-sealed or sealed. Sealed, I told you there is no advantage. Otherwise, you have to achieve the multi-level inheritance. So I will go with the final. Okay, now when I have make it final, you can say that error is gone from the class. Reason is that because it is mandatory that your child class should use any modifier, final, sealed or non-sealed. Now, what is the advantage, or you can say what is the condition here? This class, final class, now cannot be further inherited. So you have to choose one option. Now we'll show you that how we can choose the second option. For that purpose, I will try to permit another class that is called HINDI, Hindi. So I am going to give the permission to the Hindi class. Again, same rule is that this Hindi class, what is the rule is that Hindi class is already in the same package. So no, you can say first rule is already satisfied, same package. Second, every permitted class must explicitly extend the sealed class. So it means I have to make it here. What is that? Public class Hindi extends, you can say that, and you have to write subject. Okay, I am writing here, or you want, you can use the, you can say here, you can use the, what you will say that, the, if you click on that error message, it will also do this thing for you. So second, you can say thing I have already applied. And third thing, you already know that you have to use the final sealed any keyword in the subclass. So that's why this time you can say that I put the cursor, I will go with the non-sealed class. Non-sealed class means it is a non-sealed, it is a now become a normal class, and you can create the object, you can do inheritance, you can do everything with this class. Okay, so this is the second option. Now you can say that. So this is the purpose of the sealed class, that you can create a class and you can decide that which classes can, you can say, the subclasses of it. Other than that, no classes can be extended. Let me take the example. Suppose take the example, there is a class, suppose take the example maths class is there. Okay, so now if I will try to write, let me show you, this is maths class. In the maths class, if you try to write, just see that extends, maths class extend, I will write subject, subjects. Now you can see that what is the error here. So maths, you can say that First of all, it is saying that math should be final. That is okay. But before, the first thing is that the type math class extending a sealed class subject should be a permitted subtype of the subject. It means it is saying that you are making maths as a child of subject in subject class. So in that case, in the subject class, it should be permitted of a subtype of subject. It means if you are not writing here subject, you are not making a subject, you can say math class as a permitted class here, it you cannot extend it. So this is not valid, right? So let me close it. This is not a valid case. Okay. So now let me delete this thing also. So now you have seen that only permitted class, the classes which you have permitted in your, you can say that in your subject class, that can only be subclasses. So this thing you have seen that. Now I will show you the second example. For that purpose, let me do one thing. Let me remove this, you can say all the conditions here, this one, and then I will show you the example of that. You can say whenever you want to make an abstract class, or you can say interface as a sealed class. So you can say that there is no difference. Everything is same. Other than that, only you have to follow the rule of, you can say, abstract class and interface. And what is that? If your abstract class contains any unimplemented method, and in case of interface, you know that every class by every method in the interface is by default, you can say, what is that? That is a abstract function. So you have to implement it. I will show you. Let me close this class and I will take the example of abstract class. Okay. Now you can say this is my abstract class. I will also try to make the same rule. Everything is same. Sealed. Okay, make it sealed. Now you have to allow the permission because you are making. So you have to specify only which classes can inherit it. So I will give the name English English. Okay. Well, now I will make it English, but let me do one thing. I will take the example that in my abstract class, I will try to make any abstract function so that you can understand what is the difference. Public void, and I will say that HELLO, hello. Yeah, here. Now you can say that this is my abstract. You can say, so I will use ABSTRACT abstract, and also I have to use the keyword here abstract so that this class become an abstract class. This one. So now you can say this is an abstract class because I've defined the abstract keyword. This is a abstract class. I have used the sealed keyword. So now the conditions of sealed will be applied. What is the first condition? English I have mentioned here. So English is the same package. Yes, English is in the same package of the abstract class. That is okay. Second, English class should declare as a child. So it means English class extend abstract subject. So I can click on this one and automatically code will be written. So let me put the cursor here and click on this one. Now you can say that. Okay, let me do one thing. Let me put the cursor and declare. Yeah. All right. So I think that is okay. Let me write my own extends. Extend. I will write abstract subject class. Now you can say that. So I fulfill this rule here. This rule is okay. Now Control S. So you can say this error is gone from the English because I fulfilled this rule. What is that? Every permitted class must actually extend the sealed class. I made this thing. And if you want to go with the, you can say, suppose take the example, I want to go with the Hindi also in this case. So Hindi should also follow the same rule. Means Hindi will also extend abstract class. Now the condition is that second rule is that you have to define this class as a, you can say, final or non-sealed. But before that, you have to follow the rule of inheritance also. What is that? Your this English class should actually implement all the unimplement method. Let me click on that. This one, and same thing will be applied here. So this is the thing which is actually not related to the sealed. It is the normal inheritance. Like whenever you are making any abstract class as a parent, you have to implement all the unimplemented method here. So I have implemented here. Now only the rule is left. You have to make this class as a final or non-sealed. So I can make it final simply. I will choose with final here and I will choose it here. You can say like, let me choose it. Let me save it here. And now let me choose it here. As you can say non-sealed. So now you can say I have again achieved the thing is that now this abstract subject class can be subclassed by only the English and Hindi. No other class can extend or make the inheritance of it. And same rule will be applied with the, you can say, interface also. If you want to see, let me quickly show that part also. Let me remove this part here. Let me remove this part all. Okay, let me remove this part here. Let me remove this part here. Okay. And now you can say that I have simply done this thing. Let me close it. And now I can choose the interface. So interface, you can say that I'm using SEALD, sealed keyword here I've used, and I have to use the permits, PERMITS, permits I've used, and I have to give the name ENGLISH English, and I can show only with the class, that is enough for that English. Okay, so English, again, English you have to use. So here you have to use the keyword implements if you are using the interface implements, and here I will use this one. Now you can say that it is, let me remove this part. Okay, now in interface, if you are defining any function, every function will be, you can say, you know that PUBLIC, public, I will say WELCOME. So every function will be, you can say, as a abstract. So I'm defining public void. I don't need to write the, you can say, abstract keyword, because that is already. Now you can say condition is that I have already implemented. So simply I need to choose an implemented method. And now after that, okay, let me remove this part here also, because now that is not in my example, because I'm taking the example of English only. So now you can say this is thing. Now everything is done because I have used everything, final keyword. And so I hope you understand what is the concept of, you can say, sealed classes, and how you can make your abstract class, normal class, or interface as a sealed class. If you have any question, you can put your questions and doubts in the comment of this video. And if you like the video, you can click on the like button. If you have not subscribed my channel till now, you can subscribe it. Thank you.